Folks, how you doing? It's your main man, HUBERT GUY. We here with the Actors Cut. Once again, the hit weekly series on MNN. And I got some hot guests up in the house tonight. I got my man, QUEVIN Chase, right here. We're going to talk about some sports. We're going to talk about some acting. We're going to talk about some social issues. We're going to talk a little bit about everything. So we're going to make it happen. And with no further delay, Kev, what's up? Thank you for being here this evening, my friend.
Yes, pleasure.
I really appreciate it. No worries, no worries.
Indeed.
So go ahead and introduce yourself to the people. Let them know who you are and what you do.
All right. Excellent. My name is QUEVIN Chase. Again, I am an actor. Primarily do music production, reggae, reggaeton, R&B, and rap music. And yeah, that's how I spend my days. Just trying to get good music out to the people, and hopefully see me in a bit more acting projects, trying to get into a little more film, and hopefully some commercials as well. Yes, indeed.
Because that's how we met. We
exactly.
On what was that, set of Blind Spot?
Blind Spot, yep.
Dude, that was the longest one, of the longest shoots.
That was like in the midnight. I was like, I don't care how the shoot go, just in this, man.
Oh man, it was fun. And you know, I've been checking on demand to see when that show comes on.
Me too. Yes.
I think it's probably gonna come on with, like within the next couple of weeks or something like that.
Aired.
Yeah,
it aired already, but
yeah. Did it air?
It aired on the 18th, but it's not on demand yet.
Did it?
Yeah, because I saw the description on because I go to NBC daily.
Cold.
To check it out, so it aired. But yeah, I want to see that.
I missed it. Oh well, yes, I'm gonna check it on demand, and then I'm gonna shoot little clips of it and post it on Facebook.
Exactly, man. Got to.
So where you from? Where you from?
Nice indeed. Grew up in Harlem.
Harlem,
Grew
stand
up
up.
in Harlem. I moved to the Bronx 17 years ago.
Okay,
yes,
okay.
Indeed. But yeah, I grew up in Harlem, Taft Projects on 112th Street. And yes, born and bred New Yorker.
Right.
Love this stuff.
So, man, New York is a great place, man. I'm originally from Michigan, man, but New York, this is like, you know, and even though before I moved up here, I lived in Atlanta for like 9-10 years.
Oh, okay.
I still feel like New York is my second home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like Michigan and then New York. You know, a lot of love and a lot of respect to Atlanta, but I just didn't go through a lot of things in Atlanta that I went through up here in New York that made me grow up. Like, for one, really get into my career because, you know, I with the acting and so forth, and I do hair. And then having kids, man, New York is a city, man, that you got to grow up. You got to get here and get on your feet and do something quick or it's going to
swim. Yeah, you drowning. Yes, man. That's what I'm talking about.
So how did you get started in your professions? Who were some of the people that inspired you to get into all the music and the acting and so forth?
Wow, the music started, and it was a crazy story. I was in college. It was about 20 years ago, showing my age. It was about 20 years ago, and you know, I called myself a rapper at that time.
Right.
Yes, doing a little thing there. So I got to this talent show, and I got schooled. You know, I got destroyed. Oh,
even before Omarion was serving people, you got served.
They destroyed me, and I was just like blank. Like, all right. Cool, so did that and I got clowned for months. So started doing the show at the radio station, and this guy who was clowning me for the months, he was drunk or whatever, but you know, he was the production director of the whole radio station. And I don't know what happened. He was drunk, but anyway, he was graduating, and he said, "Let me on the truth." He's like, "It's you. I'm the production director of the radio station." I was like, "But I don't know anything about it. Studio, recording." Anyway, I bunkered in for 2 weeks. I learned all of that stuff, and I just blossomed. I had people coming in for beats. They wanted to do albums, and I just started the whole love of music, and bam, here we are.
Man, that's how it happens, man. That's how it starts.
Pure chance, mistake. I thought he hated me. He probably did. I'm telling you, I smelled alcohol. I'm like, is this a joke? But he handed me the piece of paper. He's like, "It's you. I'm passing the mantle."
Man, that's just how it happens sometimes, man. And it's fun, you know, people, you know, because we go through certain things and we expect things to just happen, like somebody's just going to call us into to some office, some glorious office somewhere, and you have made it. You were assigned to this. But, you know, it just, a lot of things that happens are chance meetings, you know what I'm saying? Chance happenings. And it's just really about being in the right place at the right time and being persistent. And then, like you said, you know, it was something that you had done anyway, so you had already had that inside of you. So you just, like you said, you went for it, bunkered down, and just
yeah, man. Nobody saw me. I was just in that studio
doing your thug dizzle,
doing it like, that don't work.
I'm not mad.
Do it
at
again.
You.
Do it again. Yeah, man. So it became second nature. And I can do it in my sleep now.
Right.
Just on the boards, yeah. But that's how it all started.
So who's some of the artists that you like out there now?
Wow. Oh, now?
Let's talk about your oh man, it is a struggle right now.
Yes.
You know, so let's talk about the artists that you
Inspired
like.
me.
Yes,
Okay,
that inspired you. That
Gotcha.
you was like, I like them. I like what they doing. I want to kind of pattern myself after that.
Yes, indeed. Wow, at that time, because this is the early 90s, so at that time, Public Enemy, LL Cool J, Heavy D and the Boys, Pete Rock. See how smooth, especially Pete Rock, his beats was like,
man,
wow, man.
They reminisce over you, man. Still one of the top three top hip hop songs.
Sampled that in all my songs. I just showed you how I got to put that horn in everything. I'm gonna try and work it. But yeah, those four. Who else? Really? There was so many groups back then. Man, EPMD.
I was listening to UTFO. Cold Wanna Be With Me. Oh man, just all of the. I was listening to that just the other day, man. That was music back then. OC. OC is one of the tightest non getting his props lyricists ever, man. OC when he was they had that group Organized Confusion. I think it was him, Pharaoh Monch, and some other guy. Pharaoh Monch is crazy lyricist as well. But OC when he came out with that Time's Up. That was true hip-hop, true lyrics.
Yeah, lyricism. Lyricism, yes.
Man, I used to rhyme a little bit back in the day, and I'm all about lyrics, man. I love hearing people say stuff and deliver it in a tight way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So how you feel about these, we got all these new hip-hop shows and stuff coming out. We got the Get Down, we got the Breaks. You feel that's like a point-on representation of how it started? Because, both of them shows is kind of based off the Bronx, right?
Yeah.
So how you feel about them shows right there?
I have to admit, and see, this is where I think as older people, we have to get out of this mind frame that, they don't, I don't want to see that done over again, or they can't touch on that, So, I haven't really gotten into those two shows because immediately I'm like, I'm thinking it's going to be something like Empire.
Right.
And I can't deal with those kind of shows, man. I can't deal with those.
I saw the Get Down, and the Get Down is actually pretty good. I haven't seen the Breaks, but, I saw like little clips, and you kind of pretty much get the premise. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They both are kind of like the same thing, but the Get Down is pretty good. It's got a nice little storyline to it, and it hits on some points and stuff back in the day. I mean, I'm a hip hop. Like I said, I did hip hop back in the day, but I was doing hip hop in Battle Creek, Michigan. But I think if I'd have came here to New York, I think I would have crushed some dudes though back in the early '90s.
Like just people gather around, just like go get the beat, do beatboxing, and you go. That's how it was in high school.
Right.
It was all through that, just in the locker room. And I went to a private Catholic school, but having a cipher. Like, man. It's like, oh, you got killed.
Oh, Catholics rhyme too.
Yeah, man. After. Like, yeah, man, come on.
Right.
Show me what you got.
Right.
It was fun in high school, but these days, I haven't seen either of those shows, but as far as music nowadays, wow. Believe it or not, I really rock with Young Thug.
Young Thug.
Yes. And the lyrics make
his
probably
beats,
knows
man.
His beats,
man.
London on the track and Metro Boomin, those are his two producers. Hey, man.
Production, man. Wow. Production. If a lot of these rappers didn't have the production that they had, man.
No.
Well, I can't say that because that one dude, Lil Yachty or whatever his name is. Well, I don't even really hear him no more. But his production and lyrics was. I mean, did he have lyrics? I think he was just talking.
He was just talking.
Yeah.
And even when there's a song that just came out with him and Young Thug and hot beat, you can't ride it. Everybody's riding, and then he comes on and destroys the whole vibe. It's like, oh man, you just kind of on my phone. I just fast forward past his part and then get back to the to the other ones. Yeah,
he's like the kid that brings the basketball to the ball court and still don't get picked.
Right. Yep.
Like, dude, come
we'll just
on,
take
like,
the ball.
really?
You stay over there. You watch. Thanks for the ball, though. You might be able to come in later. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Man, music has really changed, man.
Yes, it has.
Music has really taken a change, man. So besides Young Thug, who else do you listen to as far as production or just being an artist out there right now?
Wow, this is. So I think mostly everything I have is stuff from the past. That's crazy. Young Thug, I do right. Future. I'm a fan of Future. Drake is always just like hit after hit. Who else? Meek Mill.
Oh, you're a Meek fan, huh?
Yeah, I know he's taken a couple of L's over the last
more than
year,
a couple.
so, over the last year, but the music.
You done caught enough L's to build a square, an octagon.
He's had a rough year, lost his girl. I mean, but yeah, you listen to the music and the tracks are just crazy. And I know it's his one style. Yeah, that's his style, but
that's how
same
he do
style,
it.
but this last thing he released in November. Crazy.
Okay.
Lots of good tracks. So yeah, that's my modern thing. And I used to love R&B too, but I cannot. Yeah, there's not one R&B person I really.
Man, I love some old school R&B, man.
Yeah,
some old school artists, some Jodeci, some Brian McKnight, some Anita Baker,
man.
some Luther. Showing my age.
Yep.
Showing my age.
Who's Luther?
Man, when I was in 10th grade, I had like a nice little slow cut tape. I had all the little jams
tape,
on it
right?
for the hoodies. Hit play on that cassette. That's when cassettes was in.
Cassette? What?
That's 91 on them.
91, yeah. Man, my daughter found I was cleaning out something, and one fell out. She's only 3, and she's, Daddy, what's this?
Right.
She wondering what. I'm like, wow. See, look at this. She won't know what a record is.
That's crazy, huh?
Yep. Crazy. Boggles the mind.
Man, I remember
Technology.
back in my day when I was growing up, we dialed the phone like this.
Yep.
And it took 30 seconds to go back around.
go
I
back
hated
around.
calling people with an 8 or a 9 in their number. Like, dang, man, it take 30 seconds to make one phone call.
Yep, for real.
The new big cell phones, they were all that big.
The first one I had that. It's like that. Thought I was balling. I was at school.
And now you got little phones that
big.
Crazy.
Can't even fit them in.
And you know what? It's man, just talking about, different things with technology and too, because man, my kids, they got tablets and computers and flat screen TVs on the wall and iPhones.
Yep.
I'm like, man, I didn't even have my first beeper until I was like 28 years old.
Exactly. Me
You know
too.
what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
was very grown.
That's when I had my first
Yeah.
page. I'm like, man, I had a
was the man.
pager at
Yep.
28.
Like, boop, boop.
I hit about 29, 30. I got a cell phone, but it was one of those real generic ones. It was real small, kind of look like one of those phones you get at like Walmart or something now. You know what I'm saying?
Break out the package.
Man, these kids, man, just nowadays, man, they
got it, man.
And they know how to work it better than me.
Yep.
Anytime I have any problem, I'd be like, Hubert, or Daniel. Daniel, my little 6-year-old, he'd be like, Dad, this is what you do. I'd be like, thanks,
man.
get out of here.
Crazy little. I brought you in this world. Don't go too far.
Right.
Yeah.
And so let's talk about, like I said, we met on the set of Blind Spot.
Yes.
So let's talk about the state of Black actors right now in Hollywood.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Black actor in Hollywood right now?
Man,
as far as what the parts that we're getting and different things like that.
You know what I must say, definitely from when I grew up, things have advanced, I would say 1,000%. No more than just a pimp, drug dealer, or criminal. I mean, blacks are getting leading roles and shown in a positive light. Like I forget the name of the movie I saw. It was Morris Chestnut and Regina Hall. He was a successful businessman.
Yeah,
and she was like a socialite of sorts. Lived in a nice house, just upstanding citizens. And that's good to see. That's very good to see positive images. Now, TV is another thing. I'm not really with the Empire mode. I don't watch it. Cookie and Lucius and all that stuff. It just, to me, promotes the stereotype.
Right.
But having said that, still, the fact that hey, it's out there.
Right.
Right? You wouldn't have seen this,
Right.
15 years ago. Predominantly black cast.
Predominantly black
and it's
cast.
huge. It's huge. And yeah, so having said all that, that I like.
Right.
That I love. So I'm like, made huge steps. Huge steps. Now, as far as the award shows, I'm like, forget all that. I
Right.
don't know why there's the big deal. Oh, we're not nominated for Oscars.
Well,
Who cares?
what these last past couple awards, like the SAG Awards and the Golden Globes, a lot of black shows really
Made
cleaned up.
some.
A lot of black actors really cleaned up. Like, have you seen the show by Atlanta? The guy, Childish Gambino, he directs it, but his real name is Antoine Glover.
Wow, sounds
It's
familiar.
on
Yes,
FX.
yes.
Dude, that show is really good. That's a great all black cast. You know what show I like now? Blackish.
Blackish,
Oh man,
yes.
Blackish
Anthony
is hilarious.
Anderson,
And you know
yeah.
the good thing, what I like about Blackish too is, man, they hit on all the issues,
They
all the
touch a lot of
topics.
points.
It's like as soon as something happened in the world, like they already have a
touch on
show
it.
about it.
Yes.
Like as soon as the
But
election
Kevin-
happened, they had a show on Trump and the reaction to how like Blackish is an ingenious show and it's absolutely hilarious, man. I can watch
Right.
it over and over. And Tracy Ellis Ross is super fine.
I see. She buy. See,
Super duper
you think
fine.
she goes in and out to me.
Man,
Yeah, sometimes when she turned.
man, she's always into me.
Like,
She ain't ever out
I
with
used to
me.
watch that show she was on with the four women.
Girlfriends?
Girlfriend, yeah.
Oh, that's a
that
phenomenal
was-
show.
Yes,
man,
yes.
you know, sometimes I just watch that show because I'm just like, man, just these four
Exactly,
gorgeous
man.
black
I just
women,
like
man.
looking at
Just,
them.
I even forget what they be talking about sometime or forget this show. I just be like,
Nice, that was four. Yeah, they just
another show, you know, another show that I like that's out, that's got a leading role, leading black actor, 24 Legacy with Corey Hawkins.
Yes,
The
indeed.
guy from Straight Outta Compton. That show, man, is
You
good.
see, haven't caught it.
It's good. You got the first episode just came on after
Super Bowl Sunday. Right, I
and then
saw the promos.
second episode came on what's today? Tuesday?
Yes.
Yeah, second episode came on last night.
Wow.
That's a good show too, man. And like you said, man, there has been a lot of strides and a lot
Oh, my
of
goodness.
advancements,
Yes.
man, and you know, as far as, you know, black actors and actresses and stepping up our roles and getting,
Yes.
you know, different those non-stereotypical roles, you know, being
So
the
positive,
leader, being the head, and even if it's in a horror movie, living to the end.
Live past the first clip. Yeah. He dead? He just came out.
So hey, you know, I mean, and it's good to be a part of, you know, and I think why there's so much of an advancement is because we're focusing on doing a lot of our own material now. We're
And that's the key.
doing our own works. You know what I'm saying? We are
what it was
very
always about.
talented and creative.
Yes.
You know, and we let's write our own roles.
Yeah.
You know, let's get it out there. Let's put it out
Exactly.
there because there's so many different outlets for stuff. You know, you got Amazon Prime, Hulu, Netflix,
Yeah.
all these different shows and channels that
Right.
can, you know, that you know are picking up these new shows and stuff like
Yep.
that. What is the man? It's this black woman. She has a show on HBO, and I cannot remember the name of the show, but she was nominated for like the first black woman to be nominated for like lead black actress in a comedy series. And she started off on the internet. It was like an internet series.
Web series, yes, the web series.
You know what I'm
are taking
saying?
over this.
Oh, the web series.
I love the web series. Are amazing. They're phenomenal.
I'm about to start
I'm
shooting
into
web
all the
series.
Money and Violence,
going on.
848, Mayhem, I'm into that stuff. I watch that more than TV.
Yeah.
I tune into these web series, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
web series are good.
Yeah,
Web
raw
series are
actors,
definitely good.
and it's good.
Because you got them actors that's on the grind, man. That you know,
Yes,
not getting that big money.
No,
you know,
not at all.
It's just it's an opportunity in a role. But I'm gonna give them my all because, man, if a show blow up on the web, you know, man, you know how many people have blown up and become famous since the internet has started just from
Exactly.
not doing nothing.
Nope.
That's
Absolutely
crazy.
not. It is. It is.
That
but
is
it gives good hope.
crazy.
It's like, man, look at that. That's garbage. You know,
Right.
that dude who said, hide your wife, hide your kids. That fool went viral. Antoine Dodson.
Viral.
Yes.
Viral.
Yeah.
I remember, man. I remember
Crazy.
it was this one rapper dude on there. What was his name? 50 Tyson or something.
50 times.
Yo, my name is 50 Tyson. I mean, I'm not knocking anybody. I'm not talking, but I'm just saying the stuff that happens, you know, and you know the stuff that we, you know, and it's a lot of the stuff that we have too that is in our community. We kind of like Lil Yachty. We to blame for him.
I know.
Somebody told him he was hype.
Yeah.
Put him in the studio. Then they signed him. Made him some videos.
And they did a whole album.
Cold.
Dang. A whole album of that.
First Trump, now this.
Yo.
First Trump, now Lil Yachty.
Which order? Lil Yachty or Trump, man?
That's about even right there.
Oh my goodness, man. I don't know. I put Lil Yachty up there. I couldn't believe when I first saw it.
Man, so let's talk about that real quick too, man. There's
indeed.
a lot of crazy things going on, man, in the world, man.
Yes, indeed.
It's a lot of situations, you know. You know, right now the court system, you know, they're fighting the Muslim ban that he placed on people. You know,
Yes,
I mean,
indeed.
like this dude is coming in here, man, just doing some.
Well, it's action, and see, I like action.
Yeah, but even though he's doing stuff like I was talking to my son last night. He was like, "Well, Dad, he's doing this." I was like, "Well, just because he's doing it or signing an order doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna happen." You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
There's still gonna be so much push and fight and you know just stoppage to you know go against what man they might go against Trump more than they went against Obama.
They might. See, the beauty is
just because you know.
Just because, yes, it's but he has the majority. Majority of the Senate is Republican.
Man, I think they're gonna let him do just enough craziness, you know, and then they're gonna get him up out of there.
Oh, impeachment?
They I mean, he is basically their puppet. You know what I'm saying? And don't be tweeting me. Don't be tweeting me either.
Yeah.
Hubert, stop talking about me.
I heard what you said.
I love your public access show, The Actors Cut, but stop talking about me.
Leave my hair alone.
Right, man. Need your hair done.
My wife's pretty. Leave me alone. Yeah, that's for standing enough. Yeah,
yo, why so many people be like, yo, Melania, if you need help, blink twice. You know, it's like she's.
Yeah. You know, but I can understand, man. That must be shell shocked. You know, I mean, I know she married. She's like, okay, I'm married this guy for the money, and then, but now I'm the first in the United States. This is overwhelming.
Man, I think she's had that headlight, deer in the headlight eyes way before this. You know,
like,
but it is what it is, man. We can only just hope and pray for the best, man. I don't know if they confirmed that lady Betsy DeVos today.
Yes, she was confirmed today.
Wow.
Yes. Vice President had the tie-breaking vote, and of course, he's going to do his thing.
She knows nothing about education.
That could be an issue. But having said that, you know, see, I didn't know anything about the studio before you give people a chance. Maybe she's going to bunker down and do this.
That's different going into a radio station studio in college and learning stuff, and then taking over the national education program.
That's a pretty big job.
You can't. This is not something that you learn on the fly. You can't learn how to be the president. You can't learn how to be one of these top people on the fly. This is something that you know you've been preparing for.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, and not because you know your family is billionaires and you give contributions and so forth. You know, the only thing that I can say on that behalf is she's about charter schools. My kids go to charter schools. I love charter schools. I love the school my kids go to. The curriculum is very rigorous. It's intense, and they have those kids, man, on point there. And I enjoy that. And I love the fact that even though the work is hard and they have a lot of it, my kids enjoy going to school. They love doing their work. And I'm like, man, they didn't get that from me. I was ready. Yo, it's so funny. When I was in the first grade, I was thinking, man, I got 11 more years of this.
This can't be.
This cannot be. Right.
2, 3.
So I you know, I'm for charter schools, you know, but also like I was before my kids was in charter school, I was the PA president of my kid's elementary school when he was in kindergarten.
Okay.
So I'm also like can understand the core curriculum and so forth being taught in the public schools as well too. It's not as intense as charter schools by no means, because you can make your own curriculum and everything, and basically have your own system with charter schools.
Exactly. Yep.
But having a lot of kids are not able to cope with going to a charter school.
Well, that's the issue, right? Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Just can't. Yeah.
The long days, like my kids go to school from 7:30 to 4 o'clock.
7 to 4.
That is crazy. Every day.
Every day.
Every day. But they have little breaks and in betweens and little periods of stuff, you know. But that's still a very long day.
Yes, it is.
For a 6 and an 8-year-old, you know what I'm saying? And they're getting hit with everything, and I'm up at their school a lot, so I see, you know, what type of, you know, curriculum.
So you're actively involved in this. See, I like to see it. That's what I
Most
want to
valuable parent awards,
That's what I
most valuable chaperone awards,
I
all
should
of
have
that.
the trophy to you Sunday.
Man, all of that. All right.
You lift it up. Yeah,
so, man, you know, and with that being said, man, it's so much stuff that we have to be aware of with banning and everybody in office and just, man, but you know what? Like I tell people, I survived George Bush, his son, Ronald Reagan. I've been a black man for 42 years, so I've been going through stuff my whole life. You know, now it's just now other people see how it feels to kind of be like in our shoes, and they don't like it.
And I don't think, the blacks just jump on these bandwagons like, no. And these people weren't there in the 60s while we were getting beaten and
right.
Well,
nothing was happening to them. You know what I'm saying? Nothing was happening to them, so it wasn't like, you know, we gotta, you know,
stand behind the blame. No,
but now since they see, you know, everything is going on, they're like, oh no, America is racist.
I'm like, what? Get out of here. See, that's so yeah, for blacks to be up here in these protests.
It's a great country, but it's still a lot of flaws here.
Oh, it is, and there is no place.
A lot of flaws.
And I don't care what anyone says.
Man,
you know, I've traveled and there is no place. Every single time I'm like, I need to get back home.
Right.
Even Dominican Republic. Great place. Great place. I suggest everybody go there.
Right.
Beautiful place. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Kev, real quick, give them your information, man, where people can get in touch with you at.
Right. You can get in touch with me on Instagram. Kevin Chase is the username. That's QUEVIN Chase. I spell it different. And Twitter, same thing, Kevin Chase. QUEVIN Chase. And that's how you can get in touch with me. And we can talk some things.
Right. We can talk some things, some important things, some positive things.
Yes.
Yo, Kev, thank you for coming down, bro.
Thank you.
Man, this has been great, man.
Yes, indeed.
And you know, we got some more stuff we gonna do with some sports. See, we got onto everything else. We couldn't even finish talking about everything.
I know.
We're gonna have a part 2 of the show.
Perfect.
Yo, it's your main man, HUBERT GUY. Holla at your boy, the Actor's Cut. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you again soon. Peace.
Later. This ice.
We make it happen.
Yo.
And if we ain't stop rapping, I'm still yapping. Holla at your boy.